Hi everyone, it's Kay here. Thank you very much for joining me today. I'm going to be doing another What's on my Desk, and What's on my Desk is something that I've already created yesterday. It's something I saw in a magazine, and I thought, I thought that would, because I've just made a journal from an old book, and I had all these really thin strips, and I was going to throw them away, and I'm thinking, no, I'm going to create this textured background so I can scan it and use it in my journals, this really textured sort of look. But also for this one and the one I'm going to make with you, I can just use as tags and journaling card bases and things like that. So what I've done is I've taken some strips and I've actually punched these with a hole punch, and I had a die which I've used this, so I forgot about that for that one. So just trying to use up some scraps and things like that. So I've already started because it does take a bit of a while. And basically I covered my whole A4 page with double-sided tape. And the reason why I used double-sided tape was because it doesn't dry up straight away, not forever gluing all the time. So I just did the whole page and spaced out with double-sided tape just for that reason. I found doing this yesterday was really nice because I've been really dizzy the last couple of this week and a bit, and not been good. Where's my lid? Oh, there it is. I've got this I've got my glue as well, just in case bits don't actually meet the don't stick down, if you know what I mean. Sorry, I'm trying to think of the word. And it doesn't matter if I don't actually cover the whole lot, because I'll be going back over with some of these layered strips just to sort of create layers, so it looks more effective. Just going to do the basic plain layers to start off with, and I'm just putting them down randomly, layering a little bit on top of each other, just a little bit overhang kind of thing. And it doesn't matter if it goes over the edge, because I'll trim that off. Need that one there, underneath there, because towards the end you'll see what I do to get this sort of effect. It's just a bit of trial and error yesterday, just to see how it went. Oh. Just going to trim off a little bit of this so I can use it. Also, these little bits that I've got left over, that one there for instance. That one will need a bit of glue because it's not on any tape. So I had my second dose of the shingles vaccination, because if you didn't know, a few years ago now I had shingles, and I had a really particularly nasty dose. It was on the weekend, and the pain was so bad that my husband rang the ambulance and they sent me to the hospital, but they didn't give me any antivirals because they thought that I was past the date to be effective. So my GP was not very happy when I went and saw him, and I went in my dressing gown, had to go in a separate room because of course it's highly contagious. And he was a bit annoyed that they actually hadn't given me an antivirus, because it could have possibly still have worked. So he gave me one there, and then possibly it was a bit late. But anyway, I was in bed for quite a while. I've ended up with permanent scarring and what's called what's it called? Neuralgia, because of the shingles has left my skin a bit sensitive where the scarring is particularly. So anyway, so after that sort of horrible experience, we went and got our shingles vaccination, because we're at the age where it can be free. If you haven't had this shingles vaccination, I highly recommend it, because not getting the shingles is a bonus because it's so painful. I've never had anything so painful in my life. Anyway, so I had the shingles and vaccination, but the next day I woke up feeling on my other side a bit in pain, but I'm not too sure if it was just related to that or with the fact that I'd slept on my arm funny, if you know what I mean, and my back. So anyway, so the last couple of days I've just been not doing a lot, trying to deal with this pain. And I didn't take the painkiller this morning, and I think I should have. It's bothering me again because I'm in here. Of course it is. Crafting. So I'm just going to do a thin bit at the top and we'll call that done. So I'm going to do some layering now. So that should go that way really, but I've just realised that's the side that sort of looks a bit more effective. Doesn't matter really, Kay? No. As long as you sort of get that textured look. Let's put that there for now. I just realised I probably should use the, probably should take my jumper off as well. I get so hot in here. This textured paper that I created myself. Not this one, no, I didn't create this one myself. That's the one I created myself, and I think I need to take a scan. I think I've got one left. I think I need to take a scan because I quite like the way it ended up. So just dotting these, not dotting, placing these. Dotting is the wrong kind of word. Putting these just places where I want to cover up things, or just where I think it sort of goes. You know, like just a sort of aesthetic look kind of thing. You know how you just, when you just think, oh yeah, that goes there and that goes there, and I'm just not thinking about it really, just looking and thinking, okay, that goes there. Just to get that different looks. Just to sort of cover up a bit of spaces. You can see some little spaces. Don't forget these ones. Paper is a bit thin sometimes, so it's a bit hard to sort of put glue on it without breaking it. If I think I can't see that, Kate, and you think, oh no, I can't see that. I can't see it very well either. But when I do the next stage, you can see where you can see it. This is just where I die cut it. This is a bit sort of left over, kind of. I use that kind of thing word all the time, don't I really? This is the bit left over. The negative, is that what you call it, from memory? Didn't glue that very well. Be hard to glue skinny bits. Don't want any more. Got two bits with circles, so I think I need another bit with circles. Let's put this down somewhere here. Oh, sticking everywhere. That's the only thing with using glue stick. Get it everywhere. So where have I put it now? got it there, and I've got it, oh god, I can't even see, here and here, one up here maybe. And do I want, I actually had some bits left over with from another die cut for lace pattern, so I'm just going to use them up. So while you're here, I'm just going to let you know I'm going to be away early September. Whether I'll get any videos done in advance, I don't know. Tony and I are going on a cruise. We're going to go from Perth all the way up the western coast of Australia, which is in Western Australia, up to a place called Broome, is where it's famous for its pearls. So we're going to do that in September, and that's early in September and gone for quite a few days. So whether I'll get any videos done for when I'm away, I don't know at this stage. We'll just have to see how I go, because I'm going to be making a few today, and it depends on when I schedule them, kind of thing. And so that's happening then, and there may not be any videos on the 17th or 18th, depending on how I go. The 17th being a year since my dad has passed away, and the day after it's my eldest daughter's 40th birthday. So one day being I don't know if I want the other one. I've got three. So enough. I've got three in the same. I just realised I've got three in the same spot here. One was four. That's bad. Anyway, so I was going to do something special for my daughter's birthday, and I did a video and I had it all ready to go, and then I took it back down again because I wasn't sure if I was doing the right thing, because even though she's a freelance journalist, and she did this really great article on people who take up crafting on YouTube and things like that later on. So I decided yesterday when I was doing the I can't really see those circles, so I got my blending brush and some vintage photo, and I just went like this around the circles just so you could see it a bit better. And I quite like the way that looked. So I thought, oh, maybe. Oh, it's sticking. Why is it sticking? Oh, it's because of glue there. Okay, that's why. And I thought, oh, that looks really effective the way that turned out. So then I went and just did around the edges so you can see. And they're just doing it very lightly around the edges, picks up the edges a bit, and I found it makes them stand out a bit more. Well, I think it does. It doesn't pick up all the edges, but near enough. Depends on how raised the edges are compared to the rest of the layers. That's why creating layers gives that sort of different kind of effect. where I've torn it from the book, you can see it's a bit jagged. It looks really effective, I think. But those bobbly ones I cut, that looks good. That looks good, but that one's not picking up at all. Looks like I've got to do a bit more gluing here. This one's coming up. This one here. That's right, I'll do it after. Just wanted to show you the last process that I did for this. I'm sure this is nothing new. Other people have done something similar, but I just thought it would look really effective, and I thought, oh, may as well. I did one, I thought, oh, I'll do another one. So I've got two different kinds. Just making sure it's around the edges a little bit. Sometimes doing little movements is better than big movements to get that edge. That edge is not picking up. A little bit. Right, so there's two masterboards made from strips, and like I said, I'm going to scan them and create pages for my journals, so I've got them there. And something a little bit different. Quite like the way they both of them turned out, actually. I'm not too sure if I really would go with the lace again, but I had it there, so I thought I'd just use it up. But quite like the way that the circle looks, and I probably would use them rather than this jagged edge one. But wanted to see if that made any difference. Sorry, excuse me. Thank you very much for joining me today, and please take care, and we'll see you in the next video. I like trim this up. Thank you. Take care. Bye-bye. Oops, sorry.